Hey guys, good morning. We're talking about the Beatitudes, Matthew chapter 5, Jesus' amazing paradoxical sermon. Now, we're talking about humility. We're talking about what it means to hunger and thirst. We're talking about what it means to come to God with a poor spirit. It means we're broken over our own sinfulness. It means we come to God and we ask God to redeem us and to make us what He wants us to be, and basically to restore us. But you can't be restored until you have become redeemed. We all know that, do we not? But here's the deal. We spoke yesterday about one of the enemies to this thing of humility is pride. And pride is a huge stumbling block for many in coming to the kingdom of God. We said yesterday we're born with a prideful spirit. It's part of who we are. There's not a person out there that has ever been born other than Jesus that was not born with this prideful attitude. I'm better than you. Just have a look how culture, that's what I want to talk about, how culture feeds what we spoke about yesterday. Everything in culture that we live, doesn't matter what culture you're in, doesn't speak to humility. It speaks to you becoming the king of your castle. I'm the king of my castle, and you're the dirty rascal, and until you understand that, we're never going to be able to get on together. This is the culture that has so gone wrong in our lives and in our world today. It's this culture that feeds our pride. It's this culture that stands as an enemy to humility. Just have a look what culture does in so many different ways. We see how culture feeds all the bad that is in that first one of the poor in spirit. Have a look at the movies that we watch today. Do we elevate the humble in these movies? I don't see many that do that. I see movies, and not that I watch many, but I see movies that elevate the proud and those who trample on the one below them, and those who it's dog eat dog, and it's me and mine, and I'm bigger than you, and unfortunately our culture has taught us to elevate this kind of thinking. You know, some people make up their own Bible verses, and they sound so good. They're really truisms, but they're not true. And the one truism that I know of is the one that says, God helps those who help themselves. Now, I know what they're trying to say, but I've got to tell you, it's a truism. It's not true. There's not a single verse in the Bible that says God helps those who help themselves. It says God helps those who can't help themselves. God helps those who declare their need for Him, who declare their love for Him and their dependence upon Him. Not on me, I can do it on my own, and watch me, I've got it all together. And so humility is at war with the culture around us. It's done a job on us. And Jesus is coming to restore us to a biblical culture, a culture that elevates others over myself, a culture that comes to elevate God above all else. And I've got to tell you, it's so counter-cultural, isn't it? Look at the world in which you guys live. Look at the things that we teach our kids. Somebody punch you on the nose, you get up and you deck him back. I don't find that in the Bible, do you? I find if somebody hits you on one cheek, turn the other cheek. You know, that's what the humble would do. I wouldn't do that. I'd deck him back. But that's probably because I'm battling in the area of humility. I've got to win. I've got to be number one. And I fall for this every time because something inside of me is fed by the culture around me to say, you're better than you actually are. And in God's eyes, we're amazing, we're awesome, we're totally wonderful. But it requires redemption for us to get rid of this prideful, sinful, selfish nature. These are tough things for us to deal with. I don't like talking about this stuff, but I got to tell people, this is the essence of our Christian life. This is the essence of deep spirituality. I hope we'll find it. I hope that we will fight back against the culture around us to say I will not be determined, who I am will not be determined by what the culture says I am or what the culture says I should be. Let's get a biblical worldview of who we are in the light of a God who loves us and pours grace into our lives, and in the light of the messed up cultural community in which we live that has so impacted us to think like them. It's tough stuff. Let's teach it to our kids. But let's learn it first ourselves. See what you can make of that today. You have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.